call the Washington Accord. So, for example, if you were to come to do an accredited first degree, and if you were to move to Canada, for example, or to Australia, for example, then your first degree will be recognized as being the equivalent to the undergraduate qualifications of these other countries. So therefore, if you were to move, for example, to Australia for a new job, or move to Australia to continue with the postgraduate studies or to do a PhD, for example, then the chances of you becoming a chartered engineer would be much higher by virtue of the accreditation status of our undergraduate and also postgraduate degrees. Our students come from all over the planet. We do have a lot of students from China. They are the largest contributor in terms of the international student population, especially to the master's cohort within the faculty. But we do have about 10, depending on the years, 10 to 15% of students coming from Africa, from Ghana, from Uganda, from Nigeria, Ghana and Nigeria primarily. And then we got the basic contribution from the other African nations as well. And like I said, they consistently rank one of my best performing students for as many years that I've been here. Students' welfare is very important to us. So in addition to the professors teaching in class, we have dedicated staff then basically for looking after your welfare. So if you were to come to study with us, we'll assign you a personal tutor, a mentor, so to speak. So anything which is outside your classroom environment, you can approach a mentor, for example, guidance on CV writing, guidance on if you wanted to do a PhD, guidance on, application for jobs. How do I structure my letter? How do I arrange my CV to make that information concise, when I apply for jobs and things like that. Within the faculty, we have welfare officers to look after your need. For example, on weekends, during the holiday period, for example, and then centrally, then on campus, I think one of the alumni mentioned the provision of English language support. I have to say that my African students, in terms of their level of English proficiency, they tend to be very, very good. But if you want to pick up skills such as, how do I summarize, a paper, how do I pick out important sort of points out of a technical paper that I can use, or from multiple papers that I can use in order to write a narrative to support a coursework, to support, for example, the literature review for my MSc project thesis. So when I say the English language support, that also includes, for example, study skills, So not necessarily English language teaching in terms of presentation, in terms of communication, but also all the important skills that you may find new as you come to study with us. Okay. A full range of disability services, basically then to cater for your needs. Counseling, for example, for those of you interested in pursuing the graduate visa after you finish, how do things work, what do I need to do, what's the process, and all the rest of it. Career counseling. So all that is provided on campus. If you were to stay on campus, residential team to look after you. We have a clinic. So the picture in the background here is our Cripps Health Center. And the dentist on campus, 24-hour university security controlled, and then the visa immigration team, which is linked to part of the counseling services. Right, so in terms of the courses that we offer, it's basically subject relevant. So within architecture, we got the Bachelor of Architecture, we've got the engineering versions, which is the M-Eng and the B-Eng in Architecture, Environmental Design, Architecture, Environmental Design. Within chemical and environmental, so it's chemical, environmental, and then you have a mix of chemical engineering with environmental engineering. Within civil, it's just civil. Within EEE, we have electrical, we have electronic, and then we have a combination of electrical and electronic. So electrical, basically anything to do with the generation of electrical power. How do you move that over great distances? How you then basically distribute that for consumption? Electronic is basically the usage of technology in order to manipulate signals, in order to manipulate data, send them across large distances and decode that back to sound, for example, And then the last one that we offer is basically electronic and computer engineering. So a lot of it then basically is about data communications, satellite, mobile telecommunications, and such application. Yeah. In M3 is aerospace, product design, manufacture, which I mentioned in the early couple of slides, mechanical engineering, and also manufacturing engineering. In terms of the PGT courses, again, the courses are organized into the relevant subject departments. So within the architecture department, we have architecture and sustainable design. So the top 4 courses here are courses which are suitable for graduates with a first degree in architecture and who wish to then specialize in the sustainable design aspect, for example. How do you then integrate, for example, the architecture elements within the design into the urban space, So we've got 4 courses related to the MArch. In terms of the MSc, then we've got building performance engineering, renewable energy and architecture, and then sustainable building technology, sustainable energy and entrepreneurship. So it's basically the idea of if you want to come up with your own consultancy firm, selling renewable energy, then how do you go about doing it effectively? Within mechanical, we have additive manufacturing, 3D printing, advanced materials, bioengineering, human factors, and ergonomics. And then within the mechanical strand, you can actually pick optional modules that define what you do as part of your study. And this can be divided into aerospace, into automotive, into mechanical engineering, and also into manufacturing. Within my department, basically, we've got 5 standard 1-year MScs. Our best seller at the moment, so the most number of students, is electronic communications and computer engineering. So graduates work for companies like, Huawei, TikTok, some of the largest IT companies on the planet. The second one then is electrical and electronics. So as the name implies, basically in your modules is going to be a mixture of electrical-based modules and electronic-based modules, including COM-based modules. Electrical engineering for sustainable and renewable energy, where students look into, for example, some of the more sustainable aspects of power generation, hydrogen storage, for example, energy storage, and renewable energy generation. Yeah. Power electronics and drives, so the enabling technologies, I guess the key area of application is EVs, electrification of transport, and that is basically to reflect the research strength that we have in that particular area. And then finally, we have 1 advanced 2-year MScs, whereby in the first year you do a taught stage, so you sit into classes, and then in the second year, then you apply the knowledge that you accrued from the first year then into solving a very big problem, and that stretches into the whole of the second year. Civil engineering then basically is civil engineering management. And then we have the digital aspects of civil engineering and also structural engineering, basically linking, for example, elements of AI when it comes to costing, when it comes to suitable design structures, and then how do you link that to the inventory of a civil engineering project. In chemical engineering, then advanced chemical, environmental process, and then food. Food is a very popular one nowadays. How do you basically then convert the raw materials into finished product? It's just that the production line, if you like, then is basically within food transformation. So the energy footprint, health and safety, risk assessment, and the energy requirement for such transformation process. And then the last one then is sustainable energy engineering. Okay, right. In terms of entry requirements, very briefly, then, if somebody coming in with an A level, then we're looking to take people with BBB to AAA, depending on the course. Okay, depending on the intake point within the year. Those coming in with an IB diplomas is 30 to 36 IB points. In terms of the various other qualifications, I think in Kiri's presentation, she gave the audience an idea of what is acceptable within the African countries, and then the foundation year, obviously as an option for those of you who wish to consider that as a route into a degree, okay? And the final point, basically, then the foundation year course then that we offer with Kaplan. In terms of tuition fees, so for a vast majority of our courses within the faculty, it's just over 30,000 per year. And then Jessica will then basically give you a bit more details about the scholarships that we offer, including a faculty-based scholarships for your information. And then finally, in terms of the entry requirements for MSc studies, usually we look for a 2-1. If your mark just falls just below the 2-1 limit, then we will consider your application on a case-by-case basis. But in addition to the overall grade, we'll also look at the marks within your technical modules. For those of you who completed, for example, H&C or H&D, for example, then perhaps the pre-master's course, which we run together with Kaplan, is perhaps an option for you. You may need IELTS, but again, this is assessed on the case-by-case basis, okay? And then one final point about tuition fees, again, it's about the same level as the undergraduate provision, okay? Right, Jess, would you like to
yes, of
to
course.
take the presentation forward? Yeah.
I'm unable to move your slides, so is it okay if I just share with mine?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Okay. So I introduced myself a bit earlier, but if you weren't here before, my name is Jessica Brailsford. I'm the Education and Student Experience Officer for the Faculty of Engineering. So I help with scholarships within the faculty, faculty admissions, and any faculty international help that anyone may need as well. So Kiri already went through these scholarships a little bit earlier, but just to kind of remind you of what they are. These are funded by the main university, so they are quite competitive. But if you look at what they are asking for in the web link in there, and see their guidance notes, it's quite simple to go through the process. So obviously we have the Undergraduate Excellence Award. So this is around 2,000 to 6,000 for the first year only. And then, if it'll let me go next, yeah. And then the Postgraduate Excellence Award, which is similar to the undergrad one, but it's between 4,000 to 8,000. And then the Flagship Award, which is the Developing Solutions Master's Scholarship. So this is between 50 or 100% of your tuition fee. Again, this one is very highly competitive. So if you are planning to apply for this one, make sure that you thoroughly look through the guidance notes and what they're asking from you, so that you make sure that everything that you're answering in the questions is correct. So then I'll move on to, so these are all funded by the main university, and the next slides will be what the Faculty of Engineering fund. So the Faculty of Engineering have a deep relationship with KNUST. So we offer students and graduates from KNUST a 15% tuition fee. This is for engineering subjects only and architecture as well. But 15%, and then if you have graduated with a first or are predicted to graduate with the first, you are available for a 20%. So overall 15%, but if you are earning a first or graduated with a first, you will be able to be eligible for a 20% tuition fee discount. And then we also have a Partnership Scholarship Award. So this is again funded by the main university, and it's open to all students who are from one of our partner universities. If you are unsure of whether your university is a partner university with us, I will drop our email in here, and you can email me and ask me if your university is part of our university partnership agreement. So yeah, the £5,000 one is open to everyone who's from the partner university. So if you do know that you're from a partner university, please get in touch with us. We can show you how to do the application as well. And then, I also forgot to mention, we have our personalized offer recommendation scheme. So again, this is we offer it out to all students, particularly in these sessions as well. So if you're interested in applying for a master's or an MArch within the Faculty of Engineering, please email NG International, which is the email address on the slides right now, with your name, the course you are currently studying, and then the course you want to apply with your transcript. We will send your transcript to a course director of that course that you're wanting to apply for, and they will let us know if they would recommend you to apply to that course. We will send you what we call an offer recommendation letter, which will basically state, we've checked all your documents and we agree that you would be suitable to apply for this course. If you put that within your application, our admissions teams will see that, and then we can offer you a £50 application discount, not discount, sorry, a refund once you are registered onto the course in September. We also offer a 15% scholarship. This is a very limited offer, and if you are from a partner university and you have a scholarship discount with us from that partner university, this is not a part that you are unable to have this 15% scholarship. So be aware of that if you're thinking of, you will get this 15% on top of the other one. So if you apply within 4 weeks of this session, you will receive a 15% automatic discount. Again, this is a very limited availability and will be applied on a first come first based service. So if you are interested and you want to know a little bit more information, you can email NG International, which again, I will put into the comments in a second. And yes, if there are any questions about anything, don't hesitate to contact me. If you do email NG International, it will most likely be me who answers. So yeah, any questions, I am happy to help in any way. And that is all from the scholarship side. I believe Joel is here as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jen. So just one question about the scholarship thing. So the 15% personalized recommendation offer, and that is open to everybody, isn't it? Anyone can apply.
Anyone, yeah, anyone can apply who is in this
From the
session.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Joel, I've got, thank you very much for joining us. I've got your set of slides. So whether you share your screen or I can move the slides for you, it's up to you. How would you like to run this? Joe, can you hear me? You're on mute.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Dr. Ahmed gave me your pack
Oh,
of
okay.
slides, which I have
Okay.
on my machine. So
Okay,
if you
sure,
like,
sure,
I can
sure.
move your slides for you, or if you have a computer, you can move your slides. Up to you.
I would be glad if you can share it for me,
All
please.
right then. All right then. Just give me a second then, Joe. Yeah. Right. Can you see my slide?
Yes, please.
My
Thank you
screen.
very
Excellent.
much.
Okay.
So my name is Joe Annabelle, and I attended KNUST as well and did mechanical engineering. Just a quick intro. I did MSc additive manufacturing from the University of Nottingham, and it's been very great being here, being a part of the university as well. So I'm currently working as well as a graduate engineer at Aegis Engineering Systems, and I actually got all these through coming to study at the University of Nottingham because I gained a lot of skills, and all the skills that I gained from additive manufacturing, virtual reality, 3D scanning, and all that, they are the main project that I'm working on in my current role as a graduate engineer. So I would say that it's not just coming to learn and that's it. It's applicable to your actual working roles as well. In terms of scholarship, please can you move to the other slide? I had a lot of experiences from sports. I joined the hockey club. I was playing football, going on tours and all that. I had a lot of fun while in Nottingham here. So you can be rest assured that if you are interested in any sport, any activity at all, here is a place for you. Next slide, please. Yeah, I also did a special course on life leadership, which I believe helped me a lot. to carry out to find out the leader in me, and also to be able to take up some roles, organization and leadership roles, and volunteering roles as well. So I believe helped me a lot as well. So you can take on other extra courses aside your actual academic work. Next slide, please. Yes, the faculty also was very of great help to me. We had a lot of facilities and a lot of labs. For my course, for instance, additive manufacturing, we had a lot of a huge additive manufacturing research center with a lot of facilities that they use for their actual research. So just as Kiri was saying, so you get to have access to this lab as a master student, and you can use them. You can go to the lab technicians, assistants, professors, and the more interested or curious you are, the more you can learn as well. But just to iterate that you have the opportunity for you to expand your knowledge and your skills. I did a project there as well, which helped me with team building and learning from my peers as well. Yeah, next slide, please. Yes, accommodation. I was part of I got an accommodation in a student accommodation outside campus, which is Broadgate Park, and it was a shared accommodation. I had my own room, but we shared some common areas like the kitchen and bathrooms. But you can have other options for yourself as well. But one thing that I loved there was they organize programs regularly just to interact, to keep people involved, um, to learn from each other and socialize. Yeah, which helped me a lot because sometimes academics can also be very stressful. Next slide, please. Yes, I also engage in volunteering activities as well, which I still do now, and it has been a part of getting to know people and getting a lot of opportunities through that. Yeah. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. Just to end it, there's a good transportation system in Nottingham and also in the University of Nottingham as well. So don't worry at all when it comes to transportation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joel. Really appreciate this. Yeah. Since we have Vivian with us, Vivian, would you like to just say a few words to the audience?
Hello, everyone. I think I'll just briefly talk about my academic life. I'm in electrons department, and I must say it's a little bit different from Ghana. Actually, it's different from Ghana because over here the yes, the learning is self-directed. The way back in Ghana, you are sorry. Yeah, as I was saying, back in Ghana, we don't do so many simulations and courseworks like here, but then it helps you a lot understand what you're doing. That's what I really like about this university. Another thing is the professors are so welcoming. Like in Ghana, you are not able to email professors and they'll respond anytime, any day.
Yeah.
But over here, if you have
Yeah.
problems with your coursework, if you don't understand anything, you can just email the professor and he or she will just reply you. Also for the accommodation, those who are already those who have gained admission and all, please book your accommodation, book wherever you want to go to, book before you come, because I know some students that were stranded when they got to the university because they hadn't booked any accommodation before coming. And as Joel said, there's a hopper bus. So even if you are not on Uni Park, even if you are like I personally am on Jubilee campus, but there's a hopper bus, a free hopper bus that commutes us to the universities when we have lectures. So you don't necessarily need to stay on campus on Uni Park if you're an engineering student. You don't necessarily have to be on Uni Park before you can go to lectures. You can just be on Jubilee campus because like here is more affordable than the other hostels there. So the last thing I'll talk about is the support system. Over here we have the well-being and support systems that if you're going through it, like if your academic life is stressing, you can go to the counselor can go and cry on her. She's so helpful. And where Joel is with volunteering, there's food bank that if as an African student you are going through it, you're not able to financially support yourself, you can go to the food bank for every Saturday. They work every Saturday. You can go and gather like vegetables and other things to help yourself out. So overall it's been a very great experience. We are still learning, we are still adapting, the cultural shock, everything is different, but it's exciting too, and it has helped me a lot. I'm still learning, I'm growing, but overall it's been a very, very good experience. So I would like for you to join us as well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vivian, for that input. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody.
Dorcas, just very quickly, I just need to pop away to another meeting very quickly. And if you guys are still talking about 10, 15 minutes time, I'll rejoin back. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah,
And for the time being, I'll leave you and the audience then with my colleague Jessica. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jess.
Thanks. Okay, so thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Jeffy. Thank you, Joel. That has been an amazing insight. We are always appreciative of our students to come on the call and speak. I think there's a few questions on the chat. Kind of people are asking for your LinkedIn. I don't know if you guys want to share. It's kind of your decision to kind of share in case they have any personal questions, they could reach out to you on LinkedIn, and that's fine. So if anybody have any questions, please put it on the chat, and we have Jesse, Vivian, or Joel here that could kind of answer for you, and then we can take it from there. In a few minutes, we'll be leaving to the main room.